Hi everyone. We are back again with another video, and we'll be talking to two more class aspirants, and we'll try and understand how we can help them in their preparation better.
Hello sir, I am Pratham. I am from Amritsar, Punjab and I am a dropper preparing for CLAT 2021.
So yes, we can begin with the doubts, and we'll try and answer to our best of our capability.
Sir, so my first doubt is that as we are making daily notes with the newspaper and of the current affairs and with the vocabulary, right?
Right.
So sir, if you're making only one page a day, then at the time of preparation, it will be around about 200 pages, right?
Correct. Correct.
Sir, how often should we revise them and how should we revise them basically?
Okay, so that's a very good question you've asked, Pratham. We need to understand this. What usually aspirants make this mistake is that, like, suppose they read today's newspaper, they will create one page of notes, for example. And if you're preparing from June 2020 and it goes up till May 2021, it will be around 360 days, 365 days, correct, to be approx. Now, if you have 360 pages of notes, it is very difficult for you to revise. Like 360 pages, even if you take like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to revise, it is like a very good amount of time. Like no one will be able to revise. The best way solution is like, suppose you have notes made from June 2020. So you take those 30 pages of notes and you try to consolidate it in one page or two pages at the most, one A4 sheet only. Like suppose, for example, if you have the farm laws, you are reading about farm laws daily, correct? Now you don't need 3 or 4 pages of farm laws notes. It can be summarized in one page notes only. You need to read like you have read so much, and you need to compress it in very small amount of like information, and then you need to revise it again. It is not humanly possible. Like not even the topper would say that they've done like 300 pages of notes. So you need to compress whatever you've read, and you need to compress in such a fashion that you are able to recall that in the examination. Only then will you be able to. Even the current affair magazine which the coaching institutes release, or wherever you're reading from, any competitive examination, if I'm assuming there are 100 pages in that particular magazine, and there are 12 months of magazine, 1200 pages. Like even the Harry Potter novel had more than like that amount of pages. So it is not possible for you to revise that amount. You need to compress it. That is the only way forward. If you're revising it again and again, you will be able to do it. I hope I answered
Okay,
your
so
question. Yeah.
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 So, sir, my next question was about the quantitative aptitude section.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, sir, if we'll see the pattern and like the last year examination, the most of the questions were about the pie chart, right?
Right.
Like regarding the pie charts. So should we only practice the pie charts or the other topics such as percentage, profit loss and discount, etc., etc.?
Okay. So for this, I've said this in a lot of places. Like I have this right in front of me. Like, see over here, this is the syllabus. This is your Bible. The consortium will be setting the paper, and it mentions clearly that you need to be very clear with textual, pictorial, diagrammatic, and like there is also a video on YouTube which is from the official consortium's YouTube channel. It mentions ratio and proportions and percentage. Percentage, anywhere you would require it, you would need percentage to solve any of the questions. So it is like you are asking, should I learn ABC to form sentences? It is like saying that. So you should prepare that. And although it is just around 10% of the entire paper, that is around 15 questions, it is a very very crucial portion to be covered. Why? Because say suppose Amir is there, he has covered that quantitative aptitude very well, and he's planning to score around 12 out of 15 questions. So he's getting plus 12, correct? So if you are both on this preparation level, he scored 12. And if you, on the other hand, are not prepared, and if you're still attempting those questions, it is possible that you will get incorrect questions, right? So there will be negative. So there is a gap of around 15 to 16 marks of right there overall. So anyone who's a serious aspirant and who's planning to aim for CLAT very seriously should do the quantitative. There should be no reason that they're leaving it. There's a myth that quantitative aptitude is not very important. It is because there are many humanities students and commerce students who are attending this examination, and they don't have maths as a syllabus. So they have this kind of phobia. And that is where this kind of idea breeds. You don't have to fall prey to these. Practice quantitative aptitude, although there are 10 questions, but it is a very winning edge for sure.
So sir, my question was that should we practice pie charts more or like the questions itself only more? Like because the
You should
question
have
will
a
be at the
balance.
end in the pie chart form.
Yeah, you should have a balance. Like there is no guarantee that if in previous years pie chart has come, so pie chart will come again. It might be possible that surface area volume, which was covered in 2020, there might be questions this year from say time, work, distance, or maybe say permutation combination for that matter. There should be a balance, but you should pay emphasis on the previous year question papers because that is a style of pattern which will be there, and it is clearly said this time that there would be comprehension based questions. So you have to prepare questions which are comprehension based. Like for example, in the previous 2020 question paper, there was surface area volume question, right? If someone who was not very good at comprehension skills and they had just mugged up the questions or examples from any competitive examination book, they would not have been able to solve it because it required your comprehension abilities also. You had to read the paragraph very easily, like very properly, and then only will you be able to solve it. If you were not good at comprehension, you will never be able to solve it. There would be negative marks. So have a balance. My answer would be have a balance, but try to pay emphasis on the previous year question papers also.
So sir, my next doubt was regarding the legal section, right? If
Right.
like when I attempt the mocks and all, my accuracy in legal section is like very less, but I think after with GK or it's like the most important section I can say it has the most percentage of I think so.
Could you repeat your question? There was a lag.
How to improve my accuracy basically.
Okay, so for the legal section or in general for all
So
the
my
sections?
question, no, sir. Actually, my accuracy in legal section itself is very low. Like regarding
Okay.
the other section, if it's lowest.
Okay. So whenever you're attempting mocks, what is the problem? Is it have you ever gone through any of the mocks which you have solved? Have you tried to go through the explanations which are there? Uh, like you have to sit down and analyze where you're making mistakes basically. Are you able to read the comprehension or are you able to understand the comprehension passage easily? If yes, then your English language is
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. But then if your option choosing is incorrect, like say suppose option A, B, C, D are there, you're able to eliminate that, okay, B and C are not correct, I know for sure. But between A and D, you're still getting confused. You need to work on your logical reasoning portion. Like if your comprehension is okay, your English is strong. But then if you're not able to deduce between those two options, your logical part is weak. So you need to work on that. And for that, you need to analyze your mocks and see the explanation. And I would recommend going to the previous year question paper analysis first and then on other coaching institute and mock institutes explanation. Because the consortium will be setting your paper, not the coaching institutes. So be thorough with the consortium's questions and then only move to any other coaching institute. Once you've done it at least twice to thrice and revised what your mistakes are. Like the main reason for doing mocks is like each aspirant should be very clear that you are not giving mocks to score high. Suppose if someone says that I'm scoring 60 out of 60, 70 out of 150, that is not the goal. The goal is to make sure where are the 90 marks where you're missing out. And you should be repeating that in the CLAT examination. Even if you score 20, that's okay, but you need to be sure where are those 150 marks going, right? So that is the main goal of mocks.
So my next question was that what should be like the last limit? Like should all the basics of like CLAT be completed till February or March, or maybe it could go till April? Like just the
Okay.
basis,
So
not the
for any
practice.
competitive examination, there's a written rule. Your syllabus will never be able to be finished. Like no one can say that I've covered 100% syllabus. People try to have this reason not to give mocks. They would use this as an excuse basically that I'm still preparing and yet to finish my syllabus. Don't fall prey to this. Even if you've completed 50% of the syllabus, start giving one mock per week because you will in the end you'll have to give mocks only. You'll have to give objective type questions only. No matter how much theory you've read, doesn't matter. You must know how to solve objective questions because you're giving an offline examination which is on 13th of June. So you have to practice mocks. At least try and give one mock or two mocks per week and move and increase the number every subsequent week. And if you're solving a mock today, try to analyze your mistakes and try to go through the answers tomorrow because you will be exhausted. So balance out your preparation, but then don't wait for 100% syllabus completion. You will not be able to, like, you will be waiting till May and then it will take more time. So don't wait. Just start giving mocks.
So my next question was that is the Hindu enough? Like should we read the Indian Express as well?
Okay.
Only
Are
clarity.
you reading the Hindu right now or are you reading the Indian Express?
Well, I'm reading the Hindu now.
Sorry. I can do you.
I am reading the Hindu right now.
Okay. So how much time does it take for you to complete the entire newspaper?
Sir, an hour and 15 minutes max, not more
Okay.
than that.
Yeah, that is correct. So you don't need to read two newspapers. Like no one will there's no added benefit if you read two newspapers. Just read one newspaper and read it like अच्छे से. You don't have to like run to multiple newspapers. You have to make sure that you're reading the editorials and you're understanding what the editorial is saying. Like say suppose if you've read today's editorial, you should be able to explain it to Amir. Like what is the editorial talking about in 5 lines. If you're able to do that, I will understand that you have read the newspaper correctly and you've understood it well. The main reason is to understand, right? Not to read multiple newspapers. A person who is reading 5 newspapers will clear cut. There is no guarantee. So read well, and it is to why do we read the newspapers? For two reasons: to improve our comprehension skills, our reading skills, and second is to be aware of the current affairs. In the end, the Hindu cannot cover the current affairs holistically. You will still need Google or a current affairs magazine to cover it. Your comprehension and reading abilities can be improved with one newspaper only. See the ROI, return on investment. If you're inputting 1 hour, you should be able to derive maximum benefit, right? But if you're reading two newspapers, it will take you 2.5 hours. So invest your time wisely. Have your prioritize your task. It will be easy for you.
Thank you, sir. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Pratham. I hope that helps.